Hi, this is Jeannie Patel Thompson from listentoyourhorse.com. So if you have a bully in your herd, or you have two horses that are not getting along and you're wondering if there's anything you can do about it, then this video should give you some practical ideas to try. I'm going to show you how, over the course of 4 days, I teach these two semi-feral stallions how to coexist peacefully without the older one beating up the younger one or making his life fearful or stressed. So what you're going to see is me doing a combination of behavior modification and energetic teaching to show this yearling and 2-year-old stallion how to play fight in a way that no one gets bullied and no one gets hurt. So here is where I sense the energy has changed between them from simple play fighting to something more aggressive. I see that Jax is getting stressed and keeps coming to the gate because he wants to get away from Montaro. So I come in with a rope to swing at Montaro, hoping to interrupt his attention and get them apart. But it is not a strong enough signal, and Montaro is completely oblivious to me and the rope. Keep in mind, I've also never handled two stallions in a play fighting situation like this before, so I'm really going with my intuition, and I'm also on a steep learning curve here. So when I realized the swinging rope was having no effect, I got a flag, which is a plastic bag attached to a long quirt or whip handle, and I used that to separate them. In this next piece, I actually use my energy, more than the flag, to stop Montaro's run and turn him aside. So I energetically throw up a wall in front of him, and I use my voice to throw the energy at him. You'll see martial artists do this when they release the sound with the punch, or a pro tennis player when they hit the ball hard.
Good boy, Jax. Hi, buddy.
I also create a safe zone for the newcomer where they can come to escape any pressure or aggression. Sometimes a herd dynamic needs to be worked out over several days, as happens in this video. It is so important not to rush things, and so worth it for the long-term peace and safety of your herd to let the horses take as long as they need to work out their relationships, while holding a firm, no violence allowed policy and no bullying. Remember, we are the ones who have put them in this unnatural environment, so it is our responsibility to teach them and give them the tools to successfully navigate this man-made living arrangement. So I'm choosing where I stand because I need to cover from here all the way to here. And if I go on this side of the hay pile, I'm going to leave him openings. I know that. So that's how I'm kind of judging. I'd like to give him more space, but I can't because then I can't cover him. And see, he's eating, and he knows I've got his back right now. He knows that I'm guarding him. Yeah, and a lot of trust for me that when he's in trouble, I'm going to be the one to keep him safe. But you and I are feeling for the energy, and we both felt, okay, enough, he needs a break.
Yeah.
It's going to go bad, so we got to get them separate, and he has to learn to calm down. Because he's been on his own for over 2 weeks. So he's been so angry and frustrated at being on his own. He's got all that stuff he's got to get out. I'm just going, you can't now, you have to, no, That's right, that's my life. Notice how whenever I approach him to connect, I drop the flag to the ground behind me. So he's not scared of the flag. Both of these colts have played with this flag. They've had it rubbed all over their bodies. It's the energy I'm adding to the flag, reflected in movement and intensity, that changes the meaning of it. Now, of course, if I were more skilled with my energy, I wouldn't need to use the flag at all. But hey, something to work towards. I am telling Montaro to send his energy down through his body, down his hooves and into the ground, and at the same time open his heart. I am visualizing his body doing this while I am speaking it to him. I tell him that this is what will help him to control his energy and stay in connection with Jax, rather than escalating into aggression. I repeat this instruction and visualization several times. At the same time, I am doing the same thing with my own body. I am bringing chi, prana, ki, whatever name you give the life force energy, in through the top of my head and running it down my body and into the ground. At the same time, I am opening my heart chakra in both the front and back of my chest, and I am breathing deeply but naturally. I'm asking Montaro to let Jax come to him. What I'm telling Jax is once you pass here, then you're on your own. You need to come back. This is your safe zone that I'll guard for you. So I've grounded myself and I'm sending my energy down, but at the same time, I'm ready to launch into action. And then lots of praise for him as he's releasing and taking the pressure, because when his energy is pushing into Jack, I know it and he knows it. I am using both energetic and behavior modification to give Montaro a visceral experience of a new way to be. I want both of them to have a time of experiencing peace and relaxation in each other's presence. I want to shift both their nervous system and their muscle memory to a new imprint or way of being together in relationship.
Good job, Monty.
He's making the baby face. He's saying, I'm a baby, I'm no threat. Alright, so I'm coming in here now.
Baba.
I'm asking my
Good boy. Oh, Bubby. Good boy, Monty.
You want to go say hi to him again? You can. You can, and you know that if you need me to, I'll step in. Now that both of them are calm and have had the visceral experience of sharing space in a calm and safe manner, I allow them to play together again. Then I separate them and put Jax into another field for the rest of the day. The next day we try again, and they do even better. Montaro separates from Jax in the midst of a play fight, the sound of my voice, and a slight raise of the flag. During their second play fight shown here, Montaro separates from Jax at only the sound of my voice and my hand. No flag needed, so huge progress for him. Stop. Stop. Good boy. don't have the flag in my hand right now, but it's nearby. I just put it there between the two, where I like a central location where I can grab it if I need it. Does he want to play, Montaro? Good boy, Jax. Good boy. Very nice, Montaro. I like that because he said, "Do you want to play?" And Jax said, "Not really." And he said, "Okay." I leave them together for the next 6 hours and they do really well together. They need me less and less. Then I separate them for the night. Tomorrow I will see if they can go the entire day and night together. That's some good sharing right there. So this is the morning. I've just let them in together after they've been separated for the night. I'd like to leave them together all day and all night. I'm just wanting to see that they can handle it and that Montaro has a good sense of when he's getting to be too much and that he can let Jax leave and go away. I know, they're so funny.
That's so cool.
Hey! Taro! Taro! Sit! Sit! Taro! Taro! Good boy. Good boy, Taro. Good boy. Give him a break. Give him a break, okay? Yeah. Good boy. Maybe you could have handled more, but I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel good about the fences either, okay? You can't damage the fences in here. It costs too much money to repair them. Good job, Taro. Good job, Jax. Good boy. Thank you. Thank you for stopping. I appreciate it. No, give him a rest, love. Give him a rest. So I have no flag. It's just me. Just my hands, voice. They're listening so well. Especially Montaro. Odelina's very protective over Jax. She watches him when he sleeps. I think she's like his auntie. They play like this off and on for the next 5 hours, and they don't need me to step in and separate them again. Montaro repeatedly allows Jax to say no, or to signal that he's had enough, and Montaro moves away. Now that's a perfect playtime. A little wrestle, a little skirmish, and then back to eating and calmness. And Jax got to choose when he was done, when he'd had enough. And you were amazing. Yes, you were. You had a good wrestle, but you did not drive him or stress him or panic him. Really awesome, Montaro. So proud of you. Yeah, I'm so proud of you. Did he bite your neck at all? Nope. Nothing. Nothing. Let's go check the back side of you. Yeah. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah. So, here, he bit at you a bit, but yep, nothing broken. You're going back, right back for more? And that's pretty much it. Their healthy, no bullying relationship has been established, and they are together 24/7 from now onwards, living safely and happily together. I have used this same method with geldings or mares who had learned bullying behavior. First, we must make sure there is no need to compete for food or water. Then we must be aware that we have disturbed their family or herd origin grouping and placed them in artificial contrived environments. So we must also teach them how to navigate this habitat. Equine ethologist Victor Ross teaches that there is no such thing as a dominant horse, but that dominance is simply a learned behavior resulting from having to compete for resources or from the horse's needs not being met. I would also add that it is a learned behavior that creates a feedback loop of this kind of behavior because it creates scarcity and fear in the other horses, who will then take that default behavior into their next herd. So we have the opportunity to provide plenty of separate food, shelter, and watering stations, thus ensuring there is no competition for resources. And then we can also teach the horses how to share and give them a visceral experience of how it feels to live together in peace and calmness, rather than the tension and fear their nervous system has calibrated to. Remember that when horses are in their native habitat, they have thousands of acres to roam over and plenty of space to disperse. They can also choose their herd configuration or choose to leave a herd to go join a different herd. When we place horses in contrived environments, disrupt their families, and throw them into random herd groupings, a fearful or aggressive horse can wreak havoc on other horses. Hop! 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 Okay, come on in. Good boy. Thank you for stopping when I asked. Good boy. Come on in. So with every new horse that I introduce to a herd, and I've done this with 11 different horses, I first put the newcomer into their own paddock with a common fence line. I give the horses enough time to work out most of the details of their relationship over the fence, and believe me, they will. For some horses, this will take a couple of hours. For others, it can take weeks, but I wait until I see signs of calmness and even better affection over the fence. Of course, there will always be those horses who simply cannot be integrated into a herd for one reason or another. Some horses just simply do not like each other and never will. You waiting for him to come and follow? Yeah, he's coming. Some horses have such emotional trauma that they need a more intensive healing technique like the EFT tapping. You may have heard of tapping therapy for humans. Well, it works just as well for any kind of animal, including a horse.